Welcome back everyone. So I woke up this morning, put on GB News, and the headline was moving to war fighting readiness, military to be put on a war footing as part of a major defence review. I'm almost speechless. A war footing. I mean, is this a dream? What's going on back home? What the hell do we want to be on a war footing with anyone for? Least of all someone that's capable of obliterating our country in about 30 seconds flat. Now, I don't know what's going on in this Labour government's mind, in Keir Starmer's mind. I honestly don't know. He seems to have it in for Putin. It's like the littlest guy in the pub going up to the biggest guy in the pub and keep offering him out and bad mouthing him. It ain't going to end well, is it? But it's not Starmer and co that it's not going to end well for, is it? It's our lads and our lasses, our boys and girls in uniform. Those that have been big enough, bold enough and brave enough to put their lives on the line, serve their country. They're there to earn a living, to look after their families, to protect us and their nation that they love. Now, if we need the army or the military deployed anywhere, it's down at the bloody beaches in Dover, right? If we want to talk about being at war with anyone and people invading our country, well, it's happening every day. And look, I don't want to get caught up in this every migrant is a potential killer or whatever, because that's clearly unfair and it's clearly not true. But what we do know is a lot of these people do come to our shores to cause trouble. Some of them have proven to be terrorists in the past. And I know one thing, for any detractors out there that want to argue their case against mine, how many strangers do you willingly invite into your house during the week? When you go out, do you lock your door or do you leave it open for any Tom, Dick or Harry to come into your home, use your home as they see fit, potentially abuse your home, potentially abuse the people that live in your home? Well, we all know the answer to that, don't we? You don't leave your front door open and you don't allow strangers just to walk into your home to do as they please. And that's all I'm saying about people coming to the UK illegally. We must know who they are, where they've been, what they're about, what their motives are. Why are the vast majority of these people, why are they men? Where are the women? Where are the children? But Starmer seems to have this thing for Putin. Starmer seems to think that the UK can somehow take on the might of the Russian army or whatever. I have no idea what he thinks. I don't think he knows himself what he thinks half the time. But what I do know is all this talk of war and war footings is dangerous, it's concerning, it's worrying for everyone. And as usual, who will suffer? The ordinary, average, everyday man on the street, and our brave boys and girls are signed up to our armed services. Absolutely disgraceful, an absolute joke, and very worrying indeed, that in the 21st century, our Prime Minister, that was elected on one of the smallest votes ever, this country doesn't want Labour, this country doesn't want Keir Starmer. He must know it, but frankly, he just doesn't care, does he? He doesn't care. He does what he pleases, and to hell with anyone else's opinions. That is the truth. That is the bottom line. This man's very dangerous. And who is this red wall that the media keep talking about? Who is voting Labour? Who is voting for Starmer after he has revealed himself for exactly what he is? A narcissist and a troublemaker. Who is the red wall? Who is possibly voting for what this man, what this party brings to the table for our country. It's absolute insanity. I don't actually believe that this red wall exists. I don't know who's voting for Labour, but whoever it is, they need to think again before it's too late and get these people out as quickly and as soon as possible. Because one way or another, the United Kingdom is sleepwalking into an absolute nightmare. And it just baffles me that there are still people out there willing to defend this man, willing to vote for these people, willing to put their future and their kids' futures in the hands of this person who is so heartless that he even takes away from our pensioners and from the sick and from the working class. Labour, supposedly the party of the working class. My dad, bless his heart, was a Labour man, but he wouldn't have been a Labour man today. Today's Labour look nothing like the Labour Party of the 1960s and the 1970s. They don't even remotely resemble each other. My dad wouldn't have gone anywhere near this Labour Party and the politicians that they've managed somehow to get elected. So who do we blame? Well, we blame the people out there, the so-called Red Wall, people of the north of England particularly. That's why they tell us the Red Wall is. What is wrong with you people? What is wrong with the people of the north of England and further up, going up, still voting Labour? I know it's not going to be you guys that are watching this video. Don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming you. You guys are awake. But in general, how the hell can the people of the north of England still put their vote in that they're ticking that box for this communist style Labour Party, a party that is happy to see bereaved mothers in prison because they were upset about other mothers becoming bereaved? Can you even believe that situation, that scenario? It beats the hell out of me. Wake up, please wake up. And people in Scotland as well. Look, I know there'll be a lot of proud Scotsmen out there still voting for the SNP, and I kind of understand why they do. You know, I don't agree with them, but you know, that's their right. They're Scots, they've got every right to vote whoever they wish to vote for. But look who's behind the SNP these days. They are in many ways just as bad, if not worse, than the Labour Party. Look at the people that they have involved in their party. People of Scotland, please wake up. You may not believe necessarily in the Union, but surely you believe in the British way of life, the Scottish way of life. This red wall across the nation, in the north of England, in Scotland, in Wales, it has to end. It has to stop. Otherwise, this country, our country, is going down the pan big style. And if you need any proof of that, just look at our current Prime Minister putting us on a war footing. I mean, it's just crazy. We don't want to be at war with anyone. What we want is our government to take care of our own people and protect our own shores. Do that first. Show us that you care about us and our kids and our elderly before you start worrying about other countries and how they've been affected. What about the way people home here in the UK? I mean, I'm in Spain right now, but you could take the boy out of the UK, but you can't take the UK out of the man, right? What about our country? How about protecting our borders, our people, and taking care of your own and worrying about everyone else later on after you've done your job properly at home? That's my view. Let me know what you think. But that's my view. I'll speak to you later.